look at you saying, "Go ahead, Brennan."
I was just going to say that are we good to go?
Yep.
Yes,
I am.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so if we're good to go, we are getting a shot of Chum walking, leading you towards this tall, rickety, skinny tower that is a lot taller than you have imagined, or like that you imagine it would be once you're next to it. And around it, there is a garden filled with these purpley, weird sort of flowers that don't seem to be natural there, that seem to be growing because of something. And you can see that there's this weird sort of ash falling from the top of the wizard's tower, coming out of the chimney stack and coming down, and it's coating stuff in this little layer of soot, sort of like it's snowing, but it's snowing ash. And there's this little old woman who's sitting outside his place with a cup raised up. And it's fully collected with ash, and it's overflowing over the top of it. Hi there, Matilda. And he flicks a copper piece into her bowl. All right, so this is it.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to go talk to the man, but does anyone else wanting to?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I don't see what is to be gained.
All right, Dusty's up for it.
Like, he just shrugs and is just like, well, I don't have any other intelligent approach. There are no windows. Let's go.
Apologies. I kind of want to telepathically get to my hand. It can't communicate with me, can it?
It can understand you, but it cannot speak.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll just recall it to me then.
Yeah. So your hand grows back.
Oh, I meant for the hand to come back.
Oh yeah. It comes.
Yeah.
It's on its way. You just you know that it's on its way.
Right. Well, if I'm to talk to him, what am I to try and find out?
Well, the first thing I would ask is, where's his fucking door? I swear it was right there. And he looks, and sure enough, it's just a wall.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just see what happens. And I start walking. I have no better ideas. This is what I have.
So are you walking into the wall?
No, I just walk up to the wall and I just very...
It's
Hello?
plaster for sure.
Excuse me, if I might have a word.
This is weird. I swear he had a door right there. And he points. There's like steps leading up to where would be a door.
Yeah.
Hello?
Maybe he's not in.
I would very loudly shout, "Larry the Whiz Kid."
His name Laris?
Laris.
I mean, Laris the Wizzy. The wizard.
That's the one.
I'd like to walk around the building and see what's around the back.
That will take you about a second. It's a little circular building. It's like a kiosk.
It will take you about a second.
It's like a kiosk.
Wait, are you
Damn.
saying this thing is like 8 to 10 feet in diameter, or like?
It's about as big as 3 refrigerators next to each other
Holy shit.
Wow.
in width.
I turn to Chum and I just say, I assume it's bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
You had to say it that way.
Doctor Who.
It is.
I will request an audience with Laris, here to discuss, well, things of magical nature that I think you might have knowledge about. Hello.
I don't think he's hearing you.
No one's listening. Step aside for a moment. I'll give it a look.
Please.
Yeah. I'll walk up the steps, and as I do so, I'm going to very carefully try to look at the steps themselves, diligently. I'm going to look at the stonework and see if I notice anything out of place, anything arcanic in origin.
There is copper lining it, almost like it's dwarven.
Yeah, I'm going to run my hand along the copper lining.
Yeah, like it's definitely because a lot of dwarven architecture has that as sort of an accent.
Okay. Interesting. This was not made by the hands of men. Yeah, I'm gonna follow the copper lining, and I'm guessing it just stops abruptly at the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the wall, is it like a hard termination, or does it look like it goes into the wall?
Looks like it goes into the wall.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I'm gonna try, just on a limb, I'm gonna try using prestidigitation to warm it up. The copper lining. And then cool it. I'm just kind of experimenting with magic. I get very concentrative and focused on this task, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're doing this, and the thing is, if I may, you're doing this for about 15 minutes, just kind of like messing with different things, and you're rather curious.
I lose
That's
track of
quite
time.
odd. Yeah, dwarven. Wow, this is so amazing. And like as you're doing this, you start to hear this weird like sliding sound.
Yeah.
Like somebody scraping wood against something. And Lucky, you're kind of the first one to notice it as you're like, where the fuck is that coming from? And then you look up and you see this black thing falling from the top of the tower. and as you look, you see this black thing, and you just go to grab Adam as you kind of like pull him away. And he's like, no, I've almost got. And
I think I just need to do
slams straight into the ground.
What slams exactly?
Tower, a door with a frame and everything.
Found the door.
There it is.
Well, I must have done something.
Sure, why not?
Hold on just a moment, please.
You hear from the inside muffled.
And please, if you could stop tampering with my stairs with your weak attempt of magic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I take a step back, my head down a bit.
So wait, do I see any opening where it fell from, or did it just seem to fall out of nowhere?
It
there are no
fell
windows.
from the top of it, slid across the top of the tower from somewhere high up and came down. Sort of like an elevator. But it's just a solid door.
Hell of a trick. Hell of a trick.
And you start to hear just a little like wood creaking, almost as if all he's pulling is like a little wooden divider that would stop somebody from going in. And then the door just creeps open just ever so slightly. And as soon as the door creeps open, Adam, you can smell it because you're sort of close. It's just this waft of like stale air. Have you ever smelled like the inside of an old person's room that lives in like an old folks home, where it smells like dead skin cells and just like non-taken care of things?
It's stale.
That's what it smells like.
Yeah. Stale person.
And you see this little old man's eye just kind of poke out barely, with his face pushed right up against the crack. His nose partly protruding through. This is the man that you see. You partially see his face.
There he is. There he is.
Can I help you with something?
Says this little voice.
Well, yes. As was said before, we seek an audience to discuss matters of arcana and mystery.
With whom?
You.
Who's you? That would be a terrible name for this area.
We want to talk to Laris the wizard.
Can I insight check to see if he's just bullshitting us or if he's actually like as dorky as he is?
Yeah, you can insight check him. Yeah, he's very obviously just being facetious and rude.
All right.
Laris whom? Laris the Great? Or Laris the Wise? Or Laris the Almighty? They're all
Laris
very
the Doorman.
particular, and you have to request an audience with one of them if one of them is going to have, well, an audience with you. Thank you.
I think he prefers the Almighty. It's just a guess.
Oh, Laris the Almighty? He's not in at the moment, I'm sorry. Come back later. He might be here a year from now. He's out collecting things. Don't know when he'll be back.
Might I make an
Terribly sorry.
appointment for Laris the Wise?
Maybe.
Yes, I would like to schedule an appointment, preferably as soon as possible, as I would love to discuss. He has a wealth of knowledge, as he is the wise, and I feel like he is the man to speak to.
While these conversations are happening, I am disappearing, climbing a nearby building, and I want to use my grappling hook to see if I can get on top of the tower. Or is it too high? How tall is the tower?
This thing is the tallest building in Lumen Row. Now that you can pay attention to it. Normally you can't see it in the night sky because it's dark completely, and it doesn't stand out from the night sky pretty much at all. But it looms over the row.
By how many feet above the nearest building?
Like 6 houses worth.
Okay, never mind. That is not an option.
Yeah.
So you say you need some information, yes?
Yes. Be more than willing to share information in exchange.
Doubt there's anything you would know that I would like.
Most likely not.
That
He is
Laris,
the
I mean, would
wise.
like to know. Laris the Wise would like to know, yes?
Of course.
One moment, please.
Absolutely.
The door shuts.
I've
And,
never
um,
done
Hand
this
is-
stuff.
What?
Lucky's hand has not left his palm this entire time, or his hand has not left his head. Like he's just rubbing his forehead. Like, what the hell did I get myself into?
You're like, what is this? Chum is standing there, sort of unaffected. Like, yeah, this is the fuck that I used to work for.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Jorman is doing exactly as I
I
am.
think I've made a terrible mistake for bringing you here.
Yeah, but you would still like talk to him like you want Adam, right? Even if he's a bit funny. You know.
This man is unlike any. There were eclectic mages at the institution.
Now I know you're not going to speak any despairing words on Laris the Wise.
He shits in the street. I
The
understand.
man is a genius. How dare you insult his insight?
I understand why now.
Your tiefling friend knows quite a bit.
As this guy literally stands up from the flowers, like he's been laying down in them, looking up at the sky.
Yeah, for once.
And as he does that, the door completely disappears, like it's been an illusion.
Yeah, for once, Adam does not seem utterly terrified by it. He's just like,
Oh, of course you would do that, you fuck. Like,
why did he? What?
My goodness, that is impressive.
Hardly. Well, can you tell your friend, please, to get down from there before he breaks something?
he's like pointing over to like Lucky, who's like currently grappling, hooking up in a wall, trying to like get a better vantage point.
Don't
Lucky,
mind him, sir. He likes
our friend
climbing
has
stuff.
requested you step down.
We're not friends. Don't be so presumptuous.
My apologies. Our new acquaintance has asked that you move down.
Right.
And Lucky, just to spite him, does a little flip as he comes down because he's like, "The fuck do you think you are?"
So,
Like,
Yeah.
a flourish to spite him.
Yeah, he just looks at you like,
so tell me, elf, why is it that you warm my stoop as if it was a woman you fancy, trying to arouse her?
Honestly,
It's a fair question.
I mean, the recalling after everything I've seen and heard. But it's a very simple matter. We simply seek the wisdom of a savant such as yourself.
I think you need to speak up and more confidently. He seems bored with you.
I ought to, oughtn't I? Yes, you see, we seek forbidden magics, the likes of which we know only you possess.
No,
Shaman's just standing there like, oh yeah, he does that.
he's just asleep.
Right.
Do we have to wake him up?
Oh,
He goes up to him and just claps, and he's like, he just like licks his hand and like slicks it in the little hair that he has left. Don't do that.
to a mage unless you want to explode. You could very well Oh, chum. It's good to... Well, no, I'm not even going to lie. It's not great to see you. Why are you here again? They needed to speak with you.
We
Said I
heard.
would bring him.
Yes, we heard he had worked for you last, and we thought he might be able to introduce us.
Who's speaking such lies? This work for me. I would never employ
I
someone such.
apologize for insinuating
ill
such a
soup.
statement could be true. Obviously, it's not.
Obviously, it is not precisely.
My apologies.
Oh no.
So what is it that you wanted again? I am having a hard time piecing together what you were here for in the first place. I have not a clue. You were warming my steps and interrupting my studying time.
I lean into Dusty and I just sort of mutter something along the lines of, "Yes, that's definitely what he was doing."
Yeah, some guy that was just laying in these purple flowers being covered in soot.
Did you say that? Do you say that to me? I'm just like,
Yeah, it's just
well,
mutter it.
if he says he is, he probably was. Why? What do you think he was doing?
Well, don't keep the man waiting, Adam. Tell him what you're here for.
Yes.
Please, spit it out. Don't spit. It's disgusting.
Quite atrocious, actually.
Oh, God. We seek magic, the lights of which we know only you possess. We've come to seek your guidance.
Why do you assume I'm the only one that possesses such things?
We know you to be
Clearly,
the
I'm
one-
not the only one in Monroe with such capabilities. There must be more somewhere.
but
There
he
is
the
none.
wisest.
Hiding.
He is the wisest.
The who?
Yes.
You,
I.
indeed.
Laris the Wise. I'm not Laris the Wise, I'm Laris.
Oh, my apologies. I heard you two looked quite alike.
God, I hope not. He just kind of hunches up. But can you please just get to the point, gentleman and lady? As he looks over at Adam. I would very much like you to tell me for which you are here, so that I can tell you no, and then we can all just part ways, and you do not warm my porch anymore. I would like for it to stay lukewarm. Thank you.
I seek to study with you. I seek even just a brief amount of tutelage. Any amount of guidance you can provide is welcome.
Study.
Yes, I am a wizard myself.
You don't look like a wizard.
I look around my person. What? Why?
Why, if you were a wizard, I would say that any self-respected wizard would have a spellbook on their person at all times, and I do not see that. So you are obviously a fraud. Good day, sir.
How
And
do
he
you-
goes to start turning around, and as he does, it's like his body cracks.
Question though.
Oh, God.
I wanted to ask you, have you heard about the rumors of the gobble-headed widow snatcher that happened to appear in town?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. There are no gobble-headed widow snatchers here for 200 years.
And that's why I am terrified about the rumors.
Rumors are what they just...
But sometimes
Anyway,
they're
they are
true.
rumors. And why would this concern me?
Well, if a gobble-headed widow snatcher happened to show up in the middle of town, you know how they feel about wizards.
I don't, actually. How do they feel about them?
Well, I've
How do
heard
they
through
feel
my
about them?
through my research, I've heard that they don't like them at all. In fact, I've heard they've gone so far as to throw shit upon the walls of their houses.
Well, then I must say I wouldn't like them either.
Right?
Assuming I was a wizard. Yes.
Of course. And making no assumptions, of course.
Yeah, of course not.
No.
Sorry,
but-
why was it that you were here? Again, you were here to study magic. Oh,
Yes!
I know what you need, son. I
Help is what
understand
I
now.
need, but go on.
I'm sorry. I understand what you need. You need to study magic. You are in the need of resources to do such a task.
Yes!
Someone like I am perfectly equipped to direct you to the Mages College in Burlag. It is that way. That is precisely where it is. If you walk...
What?
It's gone! It's burned down! Most of it is rubble and debris. You are all that is left.
I don't think you should yell at him. He can hear you quite fine.
Can he?
Sorry, could you speak up, son? What? As he just scratches his beard.
I've come to you seeking singular and unique guidance that only the Laris I've heard so much about can provide.
And I've come seeking hypothetical work in the case that you may or may not need someone to move and distribute different boxes and barrels of different materials. Of course, I would hypothetically want pay, but I'm just looking around for work, and I can assure you I am quite capable and responsible. Hypothetically.
And trustworthy. Honest to a fault.
Sort of work.
If in fact that is something you might hypothetically be interested in.
There were so many of you talking at once, I got confused. You were saying that you want to work for me to lift boxes that a simpleton could do. You say that the college burnt down, which is highly unlikely, and you are an orc. Why are you here and talking to me?
Oh, no, same reason he said talk to you.
I don't
That's why we came here. Only a man as
I
smart
have
as this.
ever spoken to an orc before. Have we spoken to an orc? No, we have not spoken to an orc. We have not. Yes, we have. Yes, we have spoken to an orc. We've been outside the wall. No, you have been outside the walls. I have not spoken to an orc. No, all of us have spoken to an orc. Yes. So no, I have not. I don't believe I've spoken to an orc before. You are here for what reason, orc?
Oh, mainly, help out, punch people that need punching, that sort of thing. Also, like books and that, right, that you wizzy types use.
Orcs can't read.
I can read. I learnt to write my name, I did.
You've learned to read? I do say, I've never heard of... Are you yanking my chain?
What?
No such thing. I've seen it myself.
Are you pulling my beard? Is that what this orc is doing?
He's prolific in the art of literature, but he lacks the resources.
Like my friend here, right? He's a proper wizzy boy, right? Shoots fire out of his hands and stuff. All he needs is one of those here flippy books. You see, his one got nicked or something.
Is this true? You need a spell book. Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, I was really confused about that.
I was afraid of being too forward.
Well, you could just spit it out like your orc friend so articulately did. Then we would have cut to the chase.
Yeah, I look at Dusty and I'm just like...
This is the worst encounter I've ever been a part of. And it's amazing.
Laris, I'd like a spell book.
Right. Let me convene for a moment.
Please.
Absolutely not.
Okay, is there any way that you can help me get one?
Help you get a spell book? Why?
In exchange for services and an impressionable mind.
I just want a job.
And besides...
For a moment. I would say that because you're an elf and you have a bit longer to live than some of your peers, that maybe I could take you on for a short time of 200 years, and that should be sufficient for you to acquire the spell book.
Okay. Might I convene for a
200
moment?
years of service, and you can have the spell book. Of course, convene with whoever you need to.
Yes, just a single person. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'd like to walk just a couple paces to the side and past him up to the wall of his home.
Yeah. Is your friend broken? Did I break?
You might have broken him, but I think he was broken when we found him.
And he's
Well,
not fit
you
to
see-
serve me in any way or any capacity. I can tell you that right
Oh,
now.
I come back.
It would be really nice though if you at least told him where he could get one realistically.
Yeah, realistically, in the row, of course, I would be the only one that would ever have such an item like that. Don't be preposterous. You couldn't get something like that just out of thin air.
Exactly.
God.
What is it that people say? If you teach a man how to fish, wait.
But you can't lead him to
No.
water. That's how it ends.
I
Doesn't
do
it?
have a question. Are you able to make your hand detach and reattach to itself? Is that something you are capable of?
No, it doesn't seem that I can.
Oh, well, would you like to see it happen?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I raise my hand and I pull it out. Yeah, you can tell it's not fake, it's not an illusion. And I just offer it to him.
Well, I do say it is nice to make your acquaintance as well, sir.
Yeah, I have the hand shake his hand.
Please let go of me now.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
let's
holding
go.
hands. How cute.
I don't know.
Well, that's a fun parlor trick. What school did you learn that in?
I didn't learn it in a school. I picked it up outside of academics.
Heathen!
Even.
How dare you come into my home, the ground of my home, and not have an academic? Get this one away. Get this one away from me now. do
I
not
went
want
to
see this
school.
one. This
I just
one.
didn't learn everything in school. Are you telling me you learned everything you know in a school?
I did.
And look at where you are.
What is that supposed to mean? You're in the same place.
Are you telling me you didn't learn anything outside of school? A man like yourself?
I learned what it is to be insulted and berated by
Surely
your
you've got
father.
knowledge outside of such places. Knowledge that people too cowardly to even venture to know it. People in schools only teach you so much. They keep the real things hidden away. You know that.
No, not really.
After all, don't you hide your own knowledge away? Away from people who don't deserve it?
Perhaps. But it's because they wouldn't understand. It's too much for them to process at once. If you release everything at once, if you give a man who's never eaten anything an entire several tables worth of pork, he'll obviously eat himself to death with the amount of pork that's in front of him with no discipline to be able to put the fork down. So yes, you can't just give everyone the information that you have acquired all at once, because their head just they would blow
Absolutely,
up, and it
sir.
would be a horrible mess. And I would not clean that up. I would move.
What if they had 200 years to process the information?
Then that might be sufficient.
Okay.
Potentially.
Okay.
I don't know. Some of the weaker intellect, I don't know. Not everyone is built for this life of
No,
privilege.
certainly. I've got many hundred years to my name left. I think I'm capable.
Perfect. Well, you can start your service to me by taking this, and he just pulls out a little scroll and shoves it into your chest. You can see to all of the things on this list, and I will see you in a month. And he starts walking back towards his house.
Okay. Yeah, I immediately open it and read the first couple items if I can as he's walking.
The item is the first item is empty wheelbarrows. The second item is weight.
Wait, WAIT?
Yeah, weight.
Please tell me there's only 2 items.
That's it.
That's only 2 items.
He's walking back to his house. Is there a door he's walking back towards, or is he just walking
No,
straight?
he's just
to the
walking straight towards the house.
I'd like to follow him. So are these wheelbarrows inside your home?
No, they're right there. He points, and where he came up from out of the ground, seemingly there are just 2 wheelbarrows there.
Oh. Okay. Right.
Now, if you don't mind, all of this chitter-chatter trying to explain things to you layman's is quite exhausting to me, so please see to everything on the list, and I will see to you in a month. And you and I can continue this conversation. As he's saying that, this hand grabs the back of his cloak from his house and starts hoisting him up. And he's just like, and we will continue this conversation later. He's just being pulled up, and you're like, what the fuck? And the thing is, as he gets lifted up under his robe, he's not wearing anything, so you just see his fucking dick and like all of it just hanging about. You're just like, Jesus. And he's just like, we could talk about this later.
Can I grab his
Why
leg
don't
as
you
he's flying
see to
upwards?
Oh,
all
no.
the things
No.
that we can do, see. Like, yeah, you can try.
All right, what do I roll?
Well, you can roll in athletics, and I'm not going to have him contest.
All right, let's see what happens. This could be very bad. Could be
Okay.
worse.
Well, here's the thing. So if you're trying to, well, he's not going to contest. So, yeah, you're holding on to him slightly. So let's see.
Oh, this is bad.
This is very bad.
You're
There are
gonna
so many
die.
there are so many things that he can do to you right now. Let's see.
You're gonna fucking die. Why would you do this?
Worth a try. I've got 3 dice. I've got 3 dice to play with.
That's not gonna help you.
Dice don't really matter when you fall from a good enough height.
I know.
Or take
So,
psychic
let's see.
damage.
So you start lifting, and by the time you're grabbing him now, you're probably about like 10 feet or so off the ground as you're just holding on to this guy.
No.
And he's just looking down at you, and he's like, and we will talk about
No. Lucky, let go.
off of me. So I am going to use the spell Suggestion.
Jesus. Well, that's the best spell he could have used on you. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, there's a bunch of options here. I'm going to try
Yeah,
Suggestion.
like he could fucking kill you.
that's a will
actually
save, I
sound
think.
reasonable. Asking a creature to. Okay, so what's the save? I'm trying to read what the save
I'm
is.
pretty sure it's
I'm pretty sure it's
either
wisdom.
It's wisdom. Most
It's a
likely.
wisdom save. Are you trying to find the number?
Yeah.
8 plus his proficiency plus his relevant ability modifier.
Yeah, it'll be above. I know what you're looking at, probably, Frosty. It'll be above his spell list in parentheses. What his spell save DC is.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. 14.
Roll that
He's
wizard.
going to suggest that you put your hands in your pockets.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Bruh!
So he's just like, if you would let me.
He was a crater. You're gonna
Oh
die.
my.
You're gonna fucking die.
My friend came a long way to come and see
You're
you.
gonna.
Well, I suppose you can come a long way as well. Then come along. As you're both being just awkwardly dragged out.
Lucky! No!
Oh, I must say,
I
are
assure you I don't mean any
quite
harm, but
bothersome.
do you... I'll go if you really ask politely. How's that? Deal?
He
Well,
did.
now considering that you are 40 feet off the ground, I would not suggest that course of action, son. It seems just like he's just being pulled up.
I mean, there's a building next door. So that's, what, minus... How tall are the buildings here?
In Lumen Row, the tallest one's maybe like
15, 20
20.
feet?
Yeah, they're not tall. They're little shanty fucking houses.
Also, are there houses around his?
His is in this pasture of like shit. It's just kind of this tower that
That's
is
what I
by
thought.
Too late now. I guess I have to go all the way up to the top.
No.
This was a
That's your-
terrible idea.
That's
I
your
really-
best case scenario is you get to the top.
Exactly. That's best case scenario, and that's all I can
should've
hope for
stopped
now.
you. God damn it.
Damn it.
Oh my god! So well, the thing is that I'm trying to decide is that do I just kill you? Because I could just be like, "Be gone, thought," and like,
Oh,
but I think it's kind of funnier almost at this.
Yeah.
So it's just all right. Well, you and I are going to have a long conversation about who you do not touch. And as he's saying that, both of you guys are going up, and you get sucked into the wall, and we don't see Lucky anymore.
Oh,
This is going... Alright.
Well, I think he's dead.
Lucky.
I think he's dead too. As a play.
No.
Well, he's not.
You know, I
dead.
really thought he
He's a
would
wizard.
die in a different way.
So did I.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him yet. Still could go flying out of one of the tops.
True. Well, thank you for bringing us. I'm not exactly sure what just happened.
Guess I'm going to.
To be honest, that's the most I've ever said to him or seen him say. So I think he likes you, maybe. Don't know.
Good start.
What does that list say?
I need to empty the wheelbarrows. And
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Why not?
That's
His shit.
yeah.
It's fertilizer for his garden, isn't it?
No.
It's probably...
He wants you to like get rid of it somewhere. I don't know. It's the row. I used to throw it on the East Shanty.
Oh. Okay.
But
Oh.
you'll be doing that a lot, like every 2 days.
As long as there's something in between.
How much shit does one man produce? That's
A lot.
I'm gonna start walking over to the wheelbarrow and see exactly how much.
There are both, jumbo-sized wheelbarrows. They are filled to the brim.
Now, are they filled to the brim with fresh stuff, or is the bottom half dried out?
I don't know.
You know that bread I ate earlier today? It's going in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Not beating him again.
If I was to make a suggestion, if you really want that book,
Yes.
I'd say you just take it. Laris ain't gonna give it to you for 200 years?
Yes, I understand that. We're gonna have to find a way. I'm probably gonna have to. I have some ideas, but they're gonna be very.
It took me 8 months for him to let me inside, right?
What?
I was told that I needed to weed his lawn, and the second instruction was wait.
Did you get paid?
No.
Not for the first 8 months.
No.
Why did you do it?
To be honest, dogs don't come around here. The purple shit scares them off. It's itchy if you lay in it.
Oh, I suppose that's something.
So it was a good place to sleep. I didn't even think he was going to come out.
I guess I better get to.
Well, have fun at your new job, Adam.
But if you wanted to snatch it for yourself, yeah, the bloody hell, look, there's no door or nothing. You can't just waltz in.
That is the trick, isn't it?
I guess I can't. Brennan, this whole house is made of plaster, right? Seems.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, plaster's non-flammable, isn't it?
It's non-flammable?
Yeah.
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 Not unless you get a lot of fire. Like, a lot of stuff has to burn before the plaster will
Yeah,
catch.
like you could burn the foundation inside of it, but
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally burn his house down.
Yeah, well, even if he
Why
dies
not?
as a result, I may not get the spellbook out of it.
Hey, I don't know, who knows? Maybe he'll want to hear orky things from an orc
Yeah,
That is
maybe
the
Dusty's are in.
trade.
One time.
right. Well, if you want to wait 8 months, that's fine.
No.
The real question is, if we don't want to wait, how do we get in?
Chum just goes over and just like walks over to where the wall and the door is and where the plaster is, and just with his finger goes and sticks his finger into the wall.
Yeah.
I was knocking on it the entire time.
You're small.
Well,
Get
I
him
found
work
a
out
way.
some shit on job.
So we can just go on in?
Yeah, lucky he found a way in, boy. We'll have to wait for him.
I found a way in.
Yeah,
How
so,
long do we have to stay there is questionable.
Speaking of being inside the building, do we care about waiting for Lucky? Do we go in after him? What do people want?
I think he's
Well-
a good. I think he'll keep Varys occupied. In fact. Why?
Perhaps.
Yes. Yes. This
I had hoped it would be me, but if he can keep him distracted, then that's good enough for me.
Well, I don't think he's dead, that's for sure.
I don't fucking know. It's just Chum, is he just like, he's just I
Bloody
know,
go
I do.
inside.
Right then.
Right, well...
Yes, me first. I don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up,
Okay, so, yeah, go in if
Just-
you want.
like, slip
I
past
just kind of
Chum
I'd exchange a look with Chum, like,
really excitedly. Like, this is the most brazen I've ever been in my life.
You should probably remember to check for traps and whatnot.
Yes,
You're the wizard.
Arcana, runes, blah, blah.
Well, I
sigils.
suggest if you're actually planning on robbing this place, we get a crew.
What?
to get
Yeah, I'm
over
like
that
halfway
system.
into the wall.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to poke your head into like the plaster hole that he made with his finger, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like a bit of like plasters all over your hair, like coating it white.
Why a crew, Chum?
Well, heard some weird shit in there. I don't know. Plus, he might be a bit dangerous if he
Absolutely.
catches us.
You're raising that point, but
All I'm saying is, if it's just you, me, the orc, and him going in, I'm not going.
Right. Well, then we get more people.
Right.
We get more people so that they can die and we don't. Yes, I agree.
yes, that's that
Well,
is a-
if we get more people, we can clean the whole place out too.
Also true.
But he's got some nice stuff in there: silverware, gold cups, money,
could be
uh,
sick.
some weird nice cloaks, some weird bits and bob magic stuff type.
I just had a fantastic idea that we should get a crew. I agree with you, Chum.
Well, it was your idea. It was Chum's idea. Shouldn't you?
I said I agree with him. Yes.
Yeah, Chum just kind of like perks up and well, good.
Right. Well, let's get on it.
I suppose, yes.
Yeah, that's probably a good place to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all right. There's only one place in this town you could get some stupid fucks willing to do something like this. Follow me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and you guys start walking off, heading towards the noble.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know
maybe
exactly
we'll
where
be
they're
able to go
going.
in there.
And I think that's where we are going to end today's session, everybody.
Sorry for derailing it.
It's alright, dude.
Lucky.
I want to know what happened to you now.
That was such a classic D&D like dumbass thing to do. I have to just give you props for just going balls deep with the idea.
The thing is, I'm just trying to think of like, how the heck are we supposed to solve this encounter, so to speak? Because generally speaking, like, there's a problem presented and then there's a solution, and I couldn't think of a good solution, so I made one up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're
Lucky
dealing with an
is
idiot.
Being terrified and has no idea why he decided to do this.
So I'm just gonna say my little end bit here. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody had fun. Obviously, if you missed anything, check us out on the VOD, and please check us out live next week if you are watching on the VOD. Just because we have a lot of fun. I know we got some silly stuff done today, but I think it's just gonna get weirder and weirder as we try and figure out how to rob Laris, the powerful or the wise or whoever or the idiot, whatever he is.
Damn it.
But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and that is the end of the VOD. So thank you, Whiskey, for that. And now we can just kind of talk openly about